Hello guys, thank you for joining me and welcome to this week's edition of our weekly pre-market analysis. We'll be looking at the Euro USD weekly and the daily time frames as usual. If you want to watch the monthly and the quarterly time frames, just click on the link above where you'll be directed to the video with this analysis. So without wasting much of your time, let's get straight into it. On the weekly time frame, we can notice that we now have this remaining inefficiency, right, as the price continues to push to the downside. So what we'll be expecting in the coming week with regard to that is that since the price has formed a bullish engulf here, we'll be expecting a retracement. So this retracement will either be up to this previous low, which will be as a resistance area, right, before the price moves to the downside to clear this market inefficiency, or it will be up to this order block where it will mitigate this order block and then move to clear this inefficiency, create a lower low, and then push to create a lower high before moving to mitigate this order block. Then in the case of a bullish scenario, we want to capitalize on the move on this retracement, maybe that has begun by this bullish engulf. So we want to capitalize on the movement from here, probably up to here or up to this area. So this is the bullish move that we'll be expecting. Then in other case, maybe probably this order block will be mitigated right away and the price will move to the upside, pull back, and then continue with the movement to the upside. But overall, we're expecting that the price is going to make a retracement before moving to the downside to clear this inefficiency and then seek to mitigate this order block. Okay, then the third scenario is where this area that has smaller lines, it marks our order block for the daily chart. So what we can notice is that the price reacted to this area, and we can expect that the price may straight on reverse from here, right, come and clear this inefficiency, making a new low, push back to form a lower high before coming to mitigate this order block. So these are the scenarios that we'll be expecting on this time frame. Now we'll move on to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, yes, we can notice that the price is mitigated this order block, right? So what we'll be expecting is that the price may be rejected here. You can notice that we have two inverted hammers here. So what we'll be expecting is that the price is going to make maybe another push to the upside within this order block, then make a push to the downside, close below this low, making a new low, pull back to form a new high, and then move to the downside to come and mitigate this order block. So this is the first scenario that we are expecting because we have this order block here. Then the other scenario that we might expect is that we can notice that this also is another order block that has been formed. So what we'll be expecting in the coming week is that the price is going to push back, test this order block, then be rejected to the upside and come and test this order block. So this would then form the first part of our pullback where the price is going to test the previous low as a resistance area. And you can notice that in this case there is an order block here where the price will then be forced to the downside, come and clear also this low, and then the price will form push back to form a lower high before moving to come and clear this order block. So this scenario aligns to the scenario that the first scenario on the weekly chart. And then the other scenario that we can have is where after this push to the upside, the price is going to mitigate this order block and then it will seek mainly to come and test this order block, right? And you can notice that this order block is part of the weekly order block. So this will form part now of our second scenario or second bearish scenario. So once it gets to here, then the price will be rejected to the downside, maybe come push to the downside, pull back, and then come and mitigate this order block. Then the third bearish scenario is also addressed by a scenario where this will act as a strong resistance area and the price will just straight reverse, push to the downside, pull back, and then come and mitigate this order block. This will be our third bearish scenario. On the bullish scenario, once the price gets to here, it's that move to this area, and if it breaks above it, it will be that move up to this area. So this will be our bullish scenario. For me, the one which is maybe higher risk reward ratio is my bearish scenarios, where I take them from here or from here. So these are the movements that I had for you on the daily chart. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me. This was the day analysis that I had for you, and these are the expectations that I have over the coming week. Again, thanks a lot for all the comments, the subscriptions, and the support. So if you have any levels or any area or any structure that I've left out, just put them in the comment section. Otherwise, that leaves me to say, manage your risk well, grind the markets with grit. Roy Machingura out.